Yeah, so everybody travels by public transport and they all have these Oyster cards, these little blue Oyster cards. And you top up the Oyster card, you put money on the card, and then you can use it on the tube, you can use it on the bus, and it's really convenient and easy to use. And actually, I think nowadays people use their phones as well. But when I was younger, this is how we used to do it. I sound like I'm an old man. So, a bit about London for you. And now we'll have a look at buying a bus ticket. So, imagine you're in London, or imagine you're in a new country where you need to speak English and you need to buy a bus ticket. This is how it works in London. If you don't have an Oyster card, you can buy a ticket from the driver. And you can see there we have single in red and return in blue. You might know this, but a single is just one way from A to B. And a return is from A to B and back to A. So you go to the destination and you come back. All right. So imagine I get a return flight from London to New York. I travel from London, go to New York, and come back. It's all included. So why don't you try and read the text in white where you're asking for a bus ticket? And you can choose if single or return. Okay, that's £2, please. Great. So you should have said, hey, I'd like a single to Camden High Street, please. Okay, that's £2. Here you are. Okay, good stuff. All right, now, so for anyone B1 plus, B2, C1 who's been twiddling their thumbs through this, getting a little bit bored, thinking this is too easy, then we have some fun, useful expressions here for you that you can use with taxi drivers. So imagine you're getting a taxi in London or in a new country or city where everybody's speaking English. This is what you can say. Hello, I'd like to go to. Hello, I'd like to go to Jamaica Road. Hello, I'd like to go to East End Street. Hello, I'd like to go to Piccadilly Circus. That just means I want to go to, right? It's a polite way to say it. You can also say, can you take 3 people? If there's 2 of you, if there's 3 of you, if there's 5 of you, maybe you should ask, can you take 5 people? Because usually a taxi can only take 4 unless it's a bigger car. And the next one is, I'm in a bit of a rush. This is very British English. We're downplaying it. You could say, I'm in a rush. I'm in a bit of a rush. Similar meaning. And it just means we need to get there fast. We may be going to be late or nearly late. And then we have, how long will it take? I think you understand this, the length of time. Do you have change? Change is the money that you receive back once you've paid for something, if there's any leftover change, if there's any leftover money. For example, say I have a £5 note and the taxi journey costs £4.50, I have 50p change. Okay. So you could say, do you have change? Because sometimes they don't have change, and buses do not have change. And the last one, can I put my luggage in the boot? Can I put my luggage in the boot? So luggage is your suitcase or your big bag. The boot is the back of the car. Can I put my stuff in the car, in the back of the car? Good stuff. These are very useful if you're traveling and need to use English when traveling. Okay, on this slide you can see how the driver might reply. Okay, so you You can see what the customer has said and what the driver might respond with. Hi, I'd like to go to Piccadilly Circus. Sure, jump in. He might also say, sorry, that's too far. Can you take 5 people? No, I can only take 4. He might say, yeah, jump in. I'm in a bit of a rush. Okay, I'll drive a bit faster. He also might say, sorry, this is the speed limit. Okay, now you can ask the last 3 customer questions. Okay, so start with how long, go ahead. Around 15 minutes. No, sorry, I don't have change. Yes, you can. I'll open it. Okay, so this is how the driver might reply. He could also reply with a different response, but it's good to be prepared for what might happen. I would take a photo of this or definitely jot down the questions, because if you're traveling and you need to use English, these are really useful expressions to use with a taxi driver, also with a bus driver, coach driver, train driver, even a stranger. If you really need to know the answer to some of these questions, they're really useful expressions.